excited.
Yay!
Oh, hey, all right, it worked.
What's up with Facebook, man? It doesn't allow that anymore.
I know, right? Okay, so first off, welcome to the Sweet Stories and Songs Show, episode 3. I'm here with Julie Nesrallah. Welcome.
Thank you. What a pleasure. This is so much fun. Oh my gosh.
I'm excited, and I'm here with my kids. So here's Raya. She's dressed for May the 4th Be With You Day.
Adorable.
My son's on the side here, kind of coming in as Kylo Ren once in a while. He's a new tech. He's going to actually wave to people as it goes along. So there he is. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
These guys are ready. These guys are ready. Okay, good.
We were saber fighting the whole day.
Okay, but now you're going to stop because we have a show to do. Okay, so the way this show works is it's inspired by the Good News show by Some Good News by John Krasinski. And while we're staying at home during the COVID crisis, I wanted to actually get people together to share stories and songs and just have some fun because, you know, it's we need to bring some more light to the world, and that's kind of the whole point of this entire thing. Now, you got to keep it in the wave, man. A lot of people wave, you got to wave with them. So that's the whole point of this this whole show, and we've already done 2 episodes, and in the first 2 episodes, me and the kids were singing songs, but now I want to invite people. So I was like, a lot of people have reached out to me and said, hey, can I sing on the show? And yeah, come sing on the show. Just Facebook or Instagram message me, and we'll bring it in. So,
oh, my mom's on. There's my mom. And my cousin.
Your mom. So who better to have than an amazing singer?
I know, but the pressure's on. I have to always make sure my hair looks good if my mom is watching.
Yeah, you look amazing. Guys, does everyone think she looks good? Who says she looks good? Give her a big hand. Yeah, she's good. My son likes it. Okay. So Julie, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. And how's it going?
It's going really good. It's been really interesting. I keep telling people that these are new feelings because no one's ever gone through this before. But by and large, it's been fine. I have the cleanest floor in the history of floors. Everything's clean, my cupboards, my floors. I'm working out of my little second bedroom in a blanket fort that I built for CBC for my show Tempo on CBC Music. And the rest of the time, I'm basically doing what everybody else is doing, cooking for myself, which I absolutely detest, doing the dishes, and watching a bit of TV, working, cooking again, doing the dishes, and just trying to make my way like everybody else. Every now and then I put on lipstick, and that helps. Okay, good. That's great. Well, well, thanks for joining us. And why don't you actually, for those who don't know you, because you're famous and you're adorable, loves you. And in case you didn't know, I actually saw you sing on the balcony during COVID, and that thing went viral on Twitter with 250,000 views, and people loved it. And tell us about what happened there. Well, it was actually an accidental gig. I had just seen the Twitter of an Italian tenor who was singing Nessun Dorma, or No One Shall Sleep, right? And I retweeted it here in Toronto, and I said, guys, what do you think? Should I follow suit here in Toronto? And that tweet went completely viral. I was amazed. Hi, Ellie, I can see you, that you're there. I was amazed. And at the time, my boyfriend was with me, and he said, you know, this tweet of yours is taking off like gangbusters. He said, you know, you're going to have to sing now. And so I said, I am going to have to sing. And so I sent out another tweet saying, okay, guys, I'm doing it. We're going to do it at sunset. And then I went out and I sang O Sole Mio because I wanted to show a bit of solidarity with the Italians. Plus, everybody's heard that song or sung it in the shower. And it's also a song about the sun coming out after a big storm. Okay. So it's kind of like the early Here Comes the Sun before the Beatles did it. This is so I went out and that went gangbusters, and it's every now and then I check, and I think it's over at like 260,000 views. It's completely bonkers. That's awesome. That's great. It's really fun, really, really neat. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, and so then and Julie and I connected on the call, and we started chatting about Oregon, and I was like, you gotta come on my show. And I know. Like, but we had met a long time before when you came to speak with us at CBC Music. Oh my God. Yeah. How long was that? That was ages ago. And I remember how charismatic and how amazing and how excellent you were. So this is really coming full circle now. Here we are on Instagram Live. That's right, folks. Keep networking. During a global pandemic. What the heck? I know. So today we're going to start. So the show is basically going to be, you're going to share a story. Right. And then you're going to share a song. You can do in any order you want. Okay. But I'll kind of let you lead the way. And if those who are watching,
you like it, you can share some love, share some heart, share some comments. Let us know what you're thinking. This will eventually be posted onto my YouTube channel as well. So you'll see that as well. But what do you want to do first, Julie?
I think I'll do my story first. It's
Okay.
when you asked me to do this little story and a little song, the first thing that I'll always like to go with the first thing that pops into your mind, because I feel like that's the most honest thing. And I'm an opera singer as well. And so I've had a lot of neat experiences on the road, meeting people. And the first thing that popped in my mind when you asked me to do this was the time I met the Fonz.
Oh man! Now, for all those young people who don't know what that is.
Fonz.
So the Fonz is a famous character from a show called Happy Days.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, I wanted to be cool like the Fonz because he was cool, and he
Right.
was A. And he actually an actor that's.
Tell me about that.
I know, and he's an actor that's on a show now. He's on a show now called Barry.
Yeah.
So he's still acting now, but he's very famous. So
He
yeah,
is. There's a really famous anecdote about Henry Winkler and Paul McCartney walking down the street in New York City, and Henry Winkler actually getting bombarded with autograph requests, and Paul McCartney sort of standing on the side going, hello, what am I, chopped liver? So at one point in time, the Fonz was even more of a draw than, can you imagine, Paul McCartney?
Bigger than Beatles, they're ergo bigger than Jesus. So go crazy.
Crazy.
Oh, wow.
So I was in Cincinnati Airport. I had gone there to do an audition, and I was sitting there in the waiting room of my gate, and about 4 or 5 rows ahead of me, I see Henry Winkler just sitting there.
At the airport.
At the airport in Cincinnati. Lord knows what he's doing there. So he's just sitting there, and no one's going up to him. No one's saying anything. And meanwhile, I'm sitting there sipping on some drink and going, well, for heaven's sake, it's the Fonz. Someone has to go over there. So I went, I'm going. So I picked up.
You would.
No fear, right? I don't.
Yeah, you're
Anyway,
fearless. I love that.
I'm not afraid of these people. So I pick up my stuff and I go over and I sit beside him and I go, hi, Henry. And he goes, hi. He goes, what's your name?
Wait, did you go, hi?
No.
No,
went,
okay.
Hi, Henry. He went,
Hi, okay.
hi. And he said, what's your name? I said, Julie. He went, Jules, just like that. Like he'd known me for like 15 years. He went, Jules, how's it going? I said, I'm good. I said, I can't believe you're just sitting here and no one's paying any attention to you. He said, oh, it's fine. And we just struck up this conversation. Honestly, I felt like he was some cousin I hadn't seen in 20 years or something. So he started asking me what I did. I said, at the time I didn't have the CBC show. I said, I'm an opera singer. I was just here doing an audition. And he said, oh, that's so interesting. And I said, yeah, it's very similar to an actor's life. You're on the road, you never stop auditioning and yada, yada. And we went on and on and on. And we were just having this really natural, effortless conversation. He was truly interested in what it was like to be an opera singer and how you made your money and how it all works, right? So I'm never at a loss for words when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm like, well, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And he said, well, how did the audition go? I said, I think it went really well. I said, but I probably won't get it. And I didn't get it. Right? And eventually, Ronald Reagan at the time was flying into Cincinnati for whatever. He wasn't president, but he was flying in. And the flights were all backed up. So they called him to the desk. So he left and then came back. And when he came back, he said, well, it's looking like I'm going to have to rent a car because my flight's been canceled. And I said, well, look, before you go, I said, my baby sister is a huge fan of Night Shift, the movie Night Shift, which he made with Ron Howard.
Right.
And Michael Keaton, which is hilarious. My little sister's name is Amy. In fact, we all did. Me, my sister Cindy, and Amy. We knew that movie off by heart. We had it on VHS. We played it over and over and over until it fell to pieces. So I took out the page in my day timer. That is my sister's. That was actually his birthday. He signed it on his birthday in the little block that was his birthday. He said, to Amy, love, Henry. And so I had his autograph. And now it wasn't going to be my sister's birthday for like 4 or 5 months or something. And I kept this autograph on me for months, and I had to shut up. I put it in a little frame, and I gave it to my sister on her birthday, and she had no idea what it was. And I said, it's Henry Winkler's autograph. I met him in Cincinnati Airport. She just lost it. Awesome. And of course, the second I left Henry and I got that, I got his, when I got his autograph, I said, you know, it was so great to meet you. And I left. The second I left, it sort of opened up this, it gave permission for other people to go and talk to him. Oh, okay. And then I felt really bad because then he got swarmed with people. But, and this is the best, one of the best parts of the story, that when he finally got up and picked up his stuff and it was on his way out the door, he was literally surrounded by people who were like, Henry, Henry. And he stopped in the middle of the crowd and went, bye, Jules. I went, bye, Henry. And off he went. And that was my super fun encounter with the Fonz. Yeah,
awesome.
It was super great.
I think it's
I'll never forget it.
One of the interesting things about stories is that, you know, when you meet famous people, you realize they're regular people and they're just, you know, it's totally fine. And, you know, what's, you know, like people get nervous. And I know some people even get nervous when I was actually kind of nervous to talk to you. And some people are nervous.
Oh, you're nuts. What?
No, people get nervous to talk to me after a speech. It's crazy. But, you know, we're just regular folks. We love people. I know you
I'm never intimidated by those big stars, and you know, having walked around New York City a fair bit too, you actually over the time it's a numbers game. You actually run into people. Like I ran into Yoko Ono. No one sees Yoko Ono, and I was just walking by one day, and she was standing there in front of a movie theater. You know, the old ones where you had to line up outside on the street. And I was like, oh my God. I was a bit starstruck by her because she doesn't go out much. Right. And I walked by her and there she was.
That's amazing. Yeah. It's fun. And I think,
whoa, man.
And all these are great stories. And again, we encourage people to share stories because it's just kind of fun to kind of see and reflect on our life and get nostalgic about things. And it's funny because I have stories about how I met very famous people, like how I met the Britannic ladies, spent an evening with them. Like I've never talked about it, but it's a story. So maybe
you should talk about it. It brings fun. It's good feelings, and nostalgia, they say, is when something like this is taking place, is a feel good feeling. And at one time, nostalgia was kind of considered something that you shouldn't go back there. You shouldn't really think about the past, but nostalgia is wonderful. Yeah. And nostalgia sells, and people love talking about this and that and the other. It brings back those feelings like you were just there, and what we need are good feelings.
Speaking of good feelings, and that's a great segue, this show is called the Sweet Songs and Stories and Song Show, and so we always have a story and we always have a song. So now we're going to feature a fantastic song. I'm looking forward to hearing you sing. So Julie's going to sing a song for us.
Yeah.
So tell us what you're going to sing for us today.
I'm on the hook for the singing thing. So everybody, I love this little song. Anytime I heard it by other people doing it, I found it really sweet-natured and really cute. And then one day I decided that I was on tour with a baritone friend of mine, and I said, let's do this song as a duet. And I particularly like it because Mama Cass loved singing it, and what a voice, right? So the other thing that is sort of topical about it is that everyone is having so much trouble sleeping due to hypervigilance. Even if you're tired, you know, people are just kind of awake and going to bed late and waking up early, and it's just completely bonkers, playing with our sleep cycles. So I thought, why don't I sing Dream a Little Dream?
Okay.
Oh my God, don't vaporize me. Okay.
Yeah, no, Kyle will be
Star Wars Day, may the 4th
be
with you. May the 4th be with you. Okay, I'm just going to give myself a little note. I don't even know what to give, maybe a B.
Okay.
Hang on a sec. Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of me. Say nighty-night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me while I'm alone and blue as can be. Dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear, still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear, just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. But in those dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me, my little sunshine. Dream a little dream of me, my sweet patootie. Dream a little dream of me, only if you want to. Dream a little dream of me.
Yay! Amazing! Good job.
Yay!
That was awesome.
That was fun. Oh, you know what? Feels good to sing.
Yeah, you know, man,
Yeah.
we do more of these. It's fantastic.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for that, Julie. That was a beautiful song. That was so great.
Thank you. It's a sweetie, eh? Yeah.
Next time we'll have to do a duet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
You're
have to find
You
something
are
from my
I
musical
know,
theater
thanks.
days.
You are
All right,
on.
well, thanks so much for joining us. And if you want to learn more about the Sweet Stories and Songs show, check us out on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. And thank you, Julie, for joining us. Really appreciate it. Have a wonderful night.
It was my pleasure.
Stay safe. Okay, take care. Good night.
Ciao.
Bye.
Be safe. Be well. Bye, sweetheart.